Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
Luke, congratulations. The morning after, the night before, what's the last 12 hours or so been like for yourself since that magical moment?
Yeah, it's been crazy. Only had 4 hours sleep, but it's the case of job done here in London, and now it's the case of going home and recharging the batteries. This
time last year you had to do all the runners-up media, a completely different feel. This time around, a nicer feel to it this morning. Yeah, obviously last year it was crazy. It was like a 9 to 5 Sky, the breakfast, the radios. But yeah, I think it's a lot more chilled today. And like I said there, I can't wait to go home and just recharge. What was that moment like when you got to spend some time with your family afterwards last night, just looking at the trophy and everything like that? Yeah, obviously I started to believe at 4-0, but I just had to keep myself composed, keep myself relaxed, because there was still a long way to go. But I know as soon as that double's gone in, I can have all the pictures in the world with the family. In terms of now for you, obviously, what things are you chasing now? Michael's 3 world titles, Phil's 16. Have you set yourself anything that you want to try and achieve next? I wouldn't say I've set myself any goals. Obviously, I said previously I'd like to win one of every major and then add on to them. But obviously, like you said, I could be chasing Michael's 3 titles and then potentially Phil's 16. Do you believe you can get to those kind of numbers? Because you said to us last night that you're going to be here for a long time, so do you believe you can get to those numbers? Yeah, I believe I can. If I want it deep down, then I could potentially do it.
Luke, what did you do actually when you left the arena last night? How did your night pan out?
Just went back, turned my phone off airplane mode. I think I lost about 20% of my battery by the time the notifications come through. And then I replied to so many people, and then it was the case of just going to sleep and getting prepared for today.
What was your favourite message you got from last night? You must have got thousands.
Obviously, David Beckham messaged. He said, "Great, well done."
So David Beckham, a year ago, he messaged you. Then you went on Sports Personality and you said that was your favourite moment then, but he still hasn't following you. He followed you then, and now he's messaged you. It's gone full circle.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
And just finally, talk about hunger last night. Do you feel in yourself that you like this feeling of success, and that do you feel in as you know yourself better than anywhere else? Is this something you want to feel all the time, and you can see yourself being motivated for years to come?
Yeah, this is why we play the game. Obviously for the titles, obviously the money's there, we all know it is. But one thing I do enjoy when I do lift the trophy is when just all the confetti comes down, the sparkles go up.
Hi Luke, you mentioned last night that you watched back the final before last night's final again. In the last 12 months, what have you been doing and working on to make sure that this time you can go one step further?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I've worked on anything. Obviously, it's just a case of practicing before any tournament. But just gaining confidence and picking up, obviously, the 10 titles I've done. Obviously, the 4-9 darters in between the matches that I have won. And coming into this, I was full of confidence, and I'm glad to become the winner.
You've achieved something so phenomenal in sport at such a very young age. Are there other athletes in other sports that you admire, that you look to in your journey in trying to become, hopefully, a darts legend?
Yeah, obviously I want to become one of the best of all time. It's gonna take however many titles Phil Taylor won. I know Michael's won 100 plus titles, but for myself, obviously I want to win as much as I can.
And you also mentioned that you're a big Xbox fan. Your schedule, I imagine, will go through the roof now. How important is it to you as a young man still that you keep that element of world and life beyond darts? Or actually, is it now that you've won this championship, you want to double down on that and make sure that your world now is darts to become the best darts player of all time?
Yeah, I'm only young. I just want to go home and relax. Like I said, it's been a long 2-3 weeks here in London. It's paid off, and now it's the case of going home and just balancing the schedule as good as I can.
And just lastly, when you get back home, what's the response you're expecting?
No idea. Obviously, there's going to be the cameras will be out. I'll get spotted, but it's literally drive home straight to bed.
Well done, mate.
We know you've been playing darts for 95% of your life now. At what age did you think this, sitting here right now, could become a reality?
I've watched plenty of finals over the years, whether that being the Premier League, the match play, the World Championship. But yeah, everyone wants to pick up this trophy, but you've got to go through the likes of Q School or even Development Tour, which I come through, and you've got to be at the very top of your game to win it.
And as a 17-year-old lad, is there anything that you kind of wish you were doing like other 17-year-olds? Are you doing a driving test? Have you got other things set other than darts?
Yeah, I'm very different to a normal 17-year-old. Obviously, like I said, I'd love to do my driving before it does get too late. But I'm glad that I've got into this darts world. I've knuckled down. I don't go out wandering around the streets. I'm really knuckled down on this sport.
So what is next for you? You're right at the top here. Is there something that you really want to achieve?
Obviously, the world number one could be on the cards this year if Luke Humphries doesn't defend all of his prize money. But if he goes on to win near enough everything this year and defends his prize money, then fair enough to Luke. And also, I can't wait to, hopefully, I think I'm in the World Cup with Luke.
And finally, any ideas how you're going to spend that £500,000?
No idea.
Okay, is that all for the broadcast part?
Yeah.
Oh, go for it, Alan, thank you.
Look, last night you mentioned it hadn't quite sunk in yet, winning the trophy. How about now?
Yeah, it's definitely sunk in, even if on 4 hours sleep. I know that the trophy is mine.
Last night, there's obviously a lot of respect between you and Michael van Gerwen. What words were exchanged after that final dart?
Yeah, I let all my emotions out, and so did my family. I didn't see it until I looked on Instagram and seen the family celebrated near enough as much as I did. Michael said, "Well done," and enjoy it. And obviously, when we were ready to do the trophy thing, I was crying. And he was like, "Keep crying, boy."
Do you think he'll be world champion again, or do you think you'll be dominating the sport in the next few years?
Obviously, I'd love to dominate. Obviously, I'd love to win everything, but you can't. It's tough. But I do think this is good for Michael. It'll get his confidence back up. We've seen some of his best performances this World Championships, and he got tested up into the final. But I was so glad to beat Michael.
Thank you.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.